All right, we're here with Riley Leonard, quarterback of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, about to play for a national championship, and we've got a "You Suck" bracelet. Now, for those who don't know the story, what is it?
Yeah, it's kind of hit nationwide now, but it was never really intended to. In high school, I come from a small town and got a lot of credit, for being a good athlete on the football field, on the basketball court, and everybody would just tell me how good I am all the time. So I kind of needed somebody to humble me a little bit, give me a little extra motivation. So I remember telling my parents that, and my mom took it and ran with it. So if you look at like my high school lockers, even it says "You Suck" all over it. Just a cool tradition that we do.
So obviously you don't, and you are going to play for a national championship. This has got to be the biggest game you've ever played in anything in your life, right?
Yeah, it is. Obviously, but I think I've been in this position a lot. I mean, what is a big game? Because growing up, I'm in sixth grade with, playing for Fairhope White back in the day, and we're playing in the championship game there, and it meant just as much to me. I mean, a game's a game. I'm trying to win no matter what. So like I've been in this situation a lot, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, soccer, track and field. It doesn't matter. Like every game, if we're competing, it's just as important to me, honestly.
And when you picked Notre Dame and committed, it's crazy to think that it's only been about a year, but you're going through, you're rehabbing, you've got injuries, you've got surgeries. Could you have imagined getting to this point?
That's a good question. I could imagine it. That's why I came here, and I obviously imagine myself being exactly where I am right now. But when you're like week 20 of rehab, and then you got another surgery coming up, like it's hard to stay optimistic and envision yourself being in the national championship. So it's kind of a double paradox there.
Is it rewarding to, you had to learn the offense, get used to it as you're recovering from an injury, you missed spring, all of that, go through Northern Illinois, like to get here at the end, does it feel different because of how hard it was to get here?
Absolutely. It means a little more to me because I can think back at the person after NIU and how he felt. I just remember how I felt after that game and to where I am now. I just remember that feeling and where I am today.
So when you look back on that, I know we've talked about it, and you talked about how Coach Freeman said, you'll be thankful for this, you'll be grateful for this, and you've gotten there. You've been able to look and see how you've grown. How did you do that? Like, how do you put something like that when everyone's talking about just like, this is like as dark as it's been in South Bend, right? And this is such an embarrassing loss. How do you move past that?
It's a good question. It takes a little bit of time, and it takes wins, honestly. Like that Purdue game, the game after that was probably the most nervous I've ever been for a game in my life, because I'm like do or die. Like I'm thinking, bro, if I don't play good this game, it's done for me. And luckily I did. But I think also my faith, just trusting in the Lord and not leaning on my own understanding has brought me a long way. And then my teammates believed in me, and when they believe in you, like you start to believe in yourself.
So one of the storylines coming into this game is you guys are a little banged up, offensive line, a lot of different combinations. How confident are you in the protection that you'll be able to have as much time as you need? The running backs will have what they need with a group that's been really resilient with these injuries.
Yeah, one thing about our quarterbacks, running backs, and offensive line, we're always on the same page. We know our protection adjustments really well. We know what the defense is giving us, and we put ourselves in a good position. That's all mental, though. When it comes to the physicality of this group, no matter who's in there, they're going to ball out. You come to Notre Dame for a reason if you're an offensive lineman, and it's to block and do everything you can to help the team win. I mean, our team runs off our offensive line, so they're going to be just fine.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Riley. Good luck on Monday.
Thank you very much. Jesus bless.